Hello, Markus. Thank you very much for having us in your lovely office in Warsaw. As you know, we are getting ready for within the program of digital transformation for the Microsoft Innovation Summit, where you will have the stage and share the experience of digital transformation in Polpharma. So, thank you very much. And starting this discussion, I would like to ask you, what is digital transformation for Polpharma?
Thank you for having me. Digital transformation in Polpharma it's just a part of our overall transformation exercise we are in. You know, we are really using technology to create business value. This both for our patients and stakeholders, but also for us as an organization. And we're using technology right now heavily, especially on effectiveness, using robots, artificial intelligence, really to move our company ahead.
Okay, so what is, from your perspective, strategic direction of Polpharma?
You know, Polpharma is known as a producer of drugs. And we are the largest company in Poland producing drugs, developing drugs, commercializing drugs. But I think we have asked ourselves as a management team, where is it going? And for this we have taken into account patient needs. And you as a patient, you know a lot more about health, about drugs than you knew 20 years ago. And therefore I think we want to deliver to consumers not only drugs, but also solutions helping them to prevent, to understand better their health and to be healthier. You know, I truly believe that if we help people to be healthier, we will have less patients which are ill, and therefore the healthcare system would have more money to treat people which really have, you know, severe illnesses.
Okay, so I have to state that from my perspective, Polpharma was always the producer of drugs. Mm-hmm. But now, after I had a meeting here with Digital Excellence Program last year, I learned that you have also challenges in, as you said, in population of the information to the patients, but also distribution. Also the models of selling are getting changed. So my question is, what are the three biggest challenges? Are those the challenges of the producer, or there are new challenges that you have to face or you face?
Yeah, I think the different areas. First of all, I think, and foremost, our purpose is to deliver affordable drugs to patients and to help patients when they are ill. I think this is our utmost purpose, and I think in this context, quality is a huge issue. I think quality, because we base our products on other products, and because we have very complex production capabilities, we invest a lot into quality, and we deliver only high quality goods to the market.
And you are regulated.
Absolutely, we're highly regulated, and these regulations, they increase and increase year for year. So we invest a lot into quality. On the other hand, I think, as I told you before, I think we want to address really the needs of patients. And therefore we invest a lot into new products which help people to stay healthier, so prevention, vitamins, food supplements. I think these are really aspects which are important to us. And thirdly, I think it's as you say, a changing marketplace. You know, products are sold through e-pharmacies. Products are basically demanded today being a combination product, just 2 tablets or 3 tablets in 1 tablet, you know, today, to make it easier, especially also for elderly people, to have an easier life. And I think that's exactly where we focus on, to deliver high quality products, so satisfying market, but also patient needs.
And do you see also opportunities for the producer like you, and in terms of changing market in digital aspect? Do you see opportunities that we are going to use, and do you see the opportunities to grow? Or
Absolutely. In Europe, you have to know that 80% of the volume of drugs are generic drugs. So everybody's talking about these new innovative, you know, treatments for people. But I think 80% of the tablets or of the sprays you take are from generic companies like Polpharmy. And I think we have really learned that we can deliver a lot better services or solutions basically to patients if we combine it with information you find on the internet, how to take those drugs, basically how to combine, you know, a healthy lifestyle with food supplements and vitamins. So we really see ourselves going a lot broader in terms of the value we deliver to patients. And I think that's a huge opportunity for us, also with our, you know, large position here in Poland, to really continue to grow, not only by delivering drugs, tablets to the market, but also to deliver, more complex products, and also to deliver solutions and services to the patients.
So you believe that Polpharma will be seen as the place of information about health, about using the drugs, about treatment ways?
Absolutely. I think we don't want to do this all ourselves. Our idea is in our new strategy to really open up. We work together on development of drugs with other companies so we can have drugs quicker developed and share the risk. Secondly, we are producing for other companies produce for us. We are selling together with other companies. And also we can also connect with existing health platforms, but work together with them to have better solutions for patients. So we don't have to do it all ourselves. It's about partnerships on every level of our value chain.
Yeah, that's very interesting, because when we had our study about digital readiness in Poland, one of the key readiness elements that were pointed out by the digital leaders was the ability to build ecosystems of companies.
Absolutely.
So I see you totally agree with this.
Absolutely. I think I have a favorite saying, what team means, or teamwork. If you take the 4 letters, team, it's together, everyone achieves more. And that's exactly what we also want to do with our partnership model on every level. Being in Poland, also internationally, as you know, we have almost 50% of the sales of Polpharma Group are outside of Poland.
Okay. So when you think about ecosystem in digital era, do you think also about cooperation with the companies like Microsoft and building ecosystems with organizations maybe like CIO.net?
Yeah, absolutely. I think with Microsoft we have a very strong connection and also partnership, and we will announce something at the partnership event, which we're very happy about, by the way. Secondly, also we work with online services, being it Onet, Virtualna, and others. And I think in this context, it's really about sharing and delivering better value for the customers. I think this whole ecosystem goes from technology partners, solution partners, to online providers, but it can also be e-pharmacies. It can be, the whole ecosystem, and it's really very wide. And I think will give us a lot of more opportunities to succeed.
Yeah, that's the proof, because for us you are one of the really most innovative companies in Poland. When we observe the market as CIO.net and Digital Excellence, we see hundreds of them, and we try to compare them even. So you are one of those always ready to share, to come to CIO.net event and to present best practice, good practice. So thank you for that, for participation of your people in our community. But also, now I'd like to switch to the world of innovation, because all this wouldn't happen if you are not innovative. Yes. If you are not innovative. So how do you see innovation on the market you are in?
Yeah, I think we define innovation not as just limiting to an innovative product or an innovative service. What we actually are passionate about is to change the way on how we work. And to deliver other types of services, products in a new way. And as you know, we are quite a large organization, so I'm pushing transformation through the organization now. And transformation for us is culture, organizational culture, because it all starts in your mind if you want to change and transform. Secondly, we talk about effectiveness. And thirdly, we talk about innovation. So it's 3 pillars on which we base transformation. And by the way, transformation will not stop tomorrow. Transformation is a mode we are now in, and I think as the markets around us are changing, patient needs are changing, I think we will always be in this mode. Now, innovation is, as you said, innovative new products, innovative new services, innovative new production technologies, innovative new ways of doing business, sharing, connecting. So I think we are very open in terms of innovation, and we support it with different programs in our company.
We are also passionate about searching or discovering what are the current places where the innovation starts. So yes. How is it in Polpharma? Is it on the, as we say, on the business side, or sometimes it's on the IT side? We know your structure. You are also modern in this area, so you have CIO and CDO roles yes. separated, and you have business people very active in digital projects, let's say. So how is it in Polpharma? Who initiates? Is it one place, or?
I think it's on different places and on different levels. I think I'm very fortunate to have a team which is very strong, and as you said, we have a CIO, we have a Chief Digital Officer, and we also have our business managers, which have a very digital, let's call it, mindset. I think we are leaders today in digital marketing in Poland on the pharmaceutical side. But also we sometimes it comes out of our digital community. We have a very strong digital community where it doesn't matter which...
Of customers? Or
no, internally.
Internally.
Where it doesn't matter if you are an employee on a production line or you are a vice president. You have the same equality. You can discuss cross boundaries, and we have a lot of new ideas coming from there. We have ideas from our chief digital officer, chief digital officer, from all the organization. Sometimes even I am pushing some ideas through because I have a technical background too. So I really like to use technology to move the company forward.
And we honestly heard that you are a heavy user of digital technologies.
Exactly,
so.
Yeah.
I will not disclose the information we got from Helpdesk of your company.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But so from innovation we came to digital capabilities, and also we heard that you have a number of projects started, launched. And how do you see the building digital capabilities? Is it easier now than in the past when you programmed, as we spoke in the morning, when you used to program the mainframe computers? What is your perspective on project of building digital capabilities?
Yeah, I think today what is interesting, and we have a digital framework which has 6 areas of digital. And in all these, some of it is digital marketing or digital organization or whatever. So a lot of aspects. And I think it has not become easier in a way because the business world is more complex, the connectivity is more complex, the technologies are more variety. So in the past there was only one way of technology of doing things. Today you have a multitude, which is also good. So you have a choice. On the other side, you have to combine all these technologies, which sometimes can be a hassle. I think we are very fortunate to have a very uniform platform, also based on Microsoft technology, by the way, which we're pushing very hard. So we are very much standardized using the basic portfolio from Teams to Yammer. I mean, it's really very much pushing this. And on the other side, we're really trying to connect and to leverage existing technologies before we start developing. So we are trying to be really quick in bringing this value back into the organization.
So you also see the role of technology in building technology.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also have, especially on the digital transformation side, we also allow ourselves to invest in technologies which are not 100% sure that they deliver. So because we have to relearn, we have to learn these new technologies and how quickly we can adapt and get the value out of it. So there's a certain innovation lab concept which we are now implementing to really be able to check this technology and see where the value lies for us and then implement it quickly in the organization.
Yeah. You used the word quickly at least 4 times.
Yes.
Is it also one of the characteristics or keywords in digital capabilities?
No, that's very more my personality. I'm a little bit impatient as a person, so I'm pushing my teams. You can ask them to deliver quickly and to be concise, because you can get lost in all these technologies. But if therefore we have to define clearly what we want to achieve. Secondly, we need clear deadlines when we want to deliver what, and when we implement it back into the organization. So for me, we're not playing around, but we're really delivering in a very focused way solutions.
Yeah, this chat is also interesting for me because I sit in front of one of the digital top leaders in Poland, and definitely. And your opinion about agility. Everybody on the market speaks about agility. Sure. Pace and being fast, but on the other side you mentioned 6 pillars, so there must be a structure.
Absolutely.
What is your belief? Because you want to be fast, but also
I think fast
you also have to keep the direction.
Absolutely. Therefore we have a framework in which we are active in, so which gives us some sort of guidelines, on which road we're driving and how fast. But on the other side, I think we really have to sometimes make a step forward without knowing exactly where to land, because I think otherwise you're getting too slow, especially when you go into services in partnership with startups, which we are also planning to do now, to deliver services. Not everything is 100% certain. And I think this is, as you say, agility is needed because our markets are changing more quickly, because patients and stakeholders have different requirements, and we have to adapt. And that sometimes has a certain risk inside, and this we have to be willing to take, but in a framework which allows us to control the risks.
What you say, even in such regulated market, in the company producing serious products,
yes,
from the perspective of health of the customers,
yes,
you still can see spaces of experimentation, of cooperation with startups, and
absolutely. I think we have now two very interesting startups we work with, which really are more in the diagnosis field, which you would say, okay, why are you interested in such a startup? Because this diagnosis will actually help people to find out if they have a certain potential for an illness, and they could prevent with certain of our drugs, to have a slower uptake of the illness and so forth. So I think we are really looking for complementary products to our drugs or complementary services. And there's very interesting services around which could actually help patients and doctors to treat them, differently.
I would like also to touch the topic of technology, because I see that you are quite familiar with this,
yes,
which is not the case of all the CEOs on the Polish market. So it's also one of your characteristics.
Sure.
So you know technology, you know the functionality of it, but I feel that you know much more than that. So what do you think are the future technologies that will be helpful in changing the business model of Polpharma, or making your company stronger?
I think I come back to this innovation aspect. I think it's not only technology, but it's if you think about an organization or a value chain in an organization, in all these steps you have to ask you, can I do it best? Do I have really an added value here, or can I outsource it to somebody? Which means at the end you're looking at the very heterogeneous network of partnerships which you have to manage, which means technologically that you have to support if you're the CIO. So what I'm saying, it's about on one side building up know-how internally, talking about deep learning, artificial intelligence. We do robots. We have a lot of efficiency now through robots, especially on the finance field.
I heard you are very open to cloud.
Yes, we are. Cloud we are using, in any aspect we can. Even we have our new HR system now, it's fully cloud-based, which is really excellent. But on the other, so it's about, really having a very heterogeneous network which you have to manage in terms of interfaces, and I think also at the end to be able to deliver business value and efficiency through technology. And I think this is for us the aspect. So it's about first I think it's to identify where we use it. Secondly, to find the best technology, and thirdly then to implement it in a way which gives us a long-term competitiveness. Because I see that technology today will give us a competitiveness to our competition and an attractiveness to the consumer and stakeholders.
So what are the three key trends in technology, in your opinion? The trends that will drive the digital era in the next, let's say, 5 years?
Yeah, I think for sure it's one is what I call the power of the patient, or the power of the client. I think this is a development which you have to adopt to as an organization. How you inform them, how we can interact with you, how you deliver services at the right time, in the right quality, and at the right price. Right?
Especially the customer currently is digital customer.
Absolutely. And secondly, I think for sure artificial intelligence will be with us. But I read the first book about artificial intelligence 30 years ago. And not a lot has, a little bit has changed, but we still have dreams about it, but we are far away of really having artificial intelligence as you could understand the word. And thirdly, I think it's for sure cloud, all this communication aspect. I think these three aspects, I think I would really say, are dictating where we go with technology.
Yeah, so we will observe where Polpharma goes with artificial intelligence.
Sure.
It's extremely interesting, the discussion. Is it already artificial intelligence or machine learning still?
Yes, exactly.
But however you call it, data management is probably what you base on, because
Absolutely.
you have lots of information, but also you are a little bit separated, because you have the value chain of doctors, customers, and you as the producer. So do you believe that data management is also very important?
Absolutely, absolutely, and you know, we're actually now moving into, you know, the whole data warehousing aspect and advanced analytics we do since quite some time. But I think at the end of the day, that's more in the old style of IT, where I grew up in the 80s, you know, where I talked about data models and conceptual database design and all that. I think today we look at it a little bit in a freer way, right? And it's about connecting data. It's about, you know, having the possibility, like tools like Power BI from Microsoft, where you can basically display and make visible data from different data sources without having a uniform data model or one data warehouse at the end of the day.
Yes.
So
especially in comparison, when we look at your business plan as the plan of building ecosystems.
Yes, exactly.
Then data is also in different sources.
Absolutely.
So from what you say, I don't see the picture of easier world. I think it's more complicated from your perspective than 20 years ago, but more, I wouldn't say funny, but
no, that is
ambitious.
Sure. Yeah, but I think I think you know, it would be, I think it would really be boring if, you know, life wouldn't change or the world wouldn't change around us. And I think we all like really to solve problems here and to deliver better solutions. And I think that's what keeps us up, you know, at night and you know, gets us early into the office.
I would say it must be something in pharmacy industry if the leader of Onet in the past, so media company, showed up in the pharmacy industry. So it must be something in digital, in
Sure.
changing of digital
Absolutely.
business models of those companies. On the other hand, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you know, for me, it's a similar model. It's a transforming industry, and I think people have not understood that a lot of those existing, from energy to banks, whatever, pharmaceuticals have not transformed yet. There's still a huge potential for a healthcare company, because I don't call us a drug company. I call it really as a healthcare solution company in the future, and that's where I want to be.
That's as the patient, and we're all getting older.
Exactly.
I'm happy you are taking this direction. I had a question, but which probably you answered a little bit before, but I will ask it again. Do you think that one day the digital transformation will be ended in Polpharma?
No, I don't think so. I think we will. You know, as I told you, we have these 6 areas, and we're building up capabilities on digital marketing, you know, digital organization, or other aspects. But my point is that we will always be, you know, moving ahead, having new solutions, using new technologies, and being closer to the patient and the customer at the end of the day. And I think this will never stop. I think transformation will be a word which accompanies us for many years to come.
Okay, the futurists are telling us that today we are in digital era, but the new thing that is coming are biological.
Sure.
Also elements of this digital, traditional and the biological triangle. Do you also see this trend?
Yeah, no, I read about it, that you have now, you know, you can store data in biological material and all that. But I think that's quite interesting, but I don't think it will change the aspect of technology.
Should we feel safe?
Yeah, sure. As you can feel safe with biological drugs, by the way, I think you can also feel safe with storing data in biological material.
Robots put into our body, or data installed in my DNA?
Yeah, for sure. They're interesting.
Sounds ambitious.
Yeah, it's ambitious. I think there are ethical aspects about it, about collecting data. Also, we're very mindful of that. Patient data is really a huge issue which we have to address. But I think it's, you know, I think it all helps. You know, we also have you know, technology we use since a long time. You know, to support your heart, you can have, you know, implants and others, and they are fully accepted. I don't think we see here now hybrids or, you know, walking or running around soon in our way, but I think if it helps people to have a better life, I think it justifies a lot.
That's I think key message of the transformation of Polpharma, from producer to the company taking care of people's health.
Exactly.
And maybe the last question, but not the least, what have you learned in this digital transformation process up to now? 3 main lessons that you could share with the community, with the digital Microsoft Innovation Summit audience.
I think from my perspective, first and foremost, it starts in your mind. And transformation is not something you do alone, as a leader or as a team. I think you need the buy-in, the inclusion of your whole organization. And I can say today that the majority of people in Polpharma are behind us in transforming the company. We have even aligned our targets of the top management, of the top 150, to have all the same targets, supporting the transformation. And then we go on, I think. So first of all, it's about in the mind of people. Secondly, I think communication, transparency. Without this, no transformation works. Because people are interested, people want to know, people want to understand what it means. You know, is it about job cuts? Is it about, you know, selling parts of the business? No, it's not. It's about doing things better. It's about using people's abilities in the right way, at the right place in the organization. And at the end of the day, by use of technology, getting rid of boring administrative, you know, tasks, which we have done in the past. And that also can be in the production field. We really look now very strongly also in the area of production, Industry 4.0, you know, Factory of the Future. I think a lot of aspects there are really concerning us, you know, that how we can do it better there too, you know, and also protect people in the production process, you know, safety and other measures. So I think this is the second step. And thirdly, I think it needs an extreme execution firmness. If you say you do transform, you need a vision, a plan, and you have to execute. You cannot step back from the speed you're going. So it's extremely important to keep this pace to really transform. Because if you just talk about it and you have a vision, a nice picture, but you're not delivering afterwards the implementation, I think you have an issue. So it's about starting in their mind, being transparent and open, and include people, and thirdly, be firm in execution of transformation.
Great selection of 3 advices.
Okay.
I learned from this discussion that you have to be fast, but maybe not furious.
Exactly.
Happy that you mentioned people, so because
the most important.
As the humanist, I still believe that even the technology is there, people are the most important. So I believe that's the great place to work for the millennials and the young people that you create the environment for them. So thank you very much for the chat. I wish you all the best on the way to never-ending digital transformation. I hope that the technologies will be very helpful, and please be involved in what we do, and not only in digital transformation communities in Poland. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
Thank you.